Yep, still doing a fan commentary on Disney versus non-Disney villains Part 2. Starting at round 13, Part 1. Let's continue. Let's start with the prologue. So, Crane has rebuilt Zurg's technology, and he convinces him to free the humans Shredder from Dimension X, and also tells him that they have a common enemy, Utrum Shredder. Yeah, that's the real Shredder. That's the Shredder.
Oh, so I fought a fake one?
Yeah.
And he was an alien?
Possibly.
Okay.
It's just something I thought they would have said, you know, they're talking like that. So it's a team up between Shredder and Crane and Zurg. Which is interesting, to be honest with you. Hold on.
Last, my army of foot soldiers will be mine to command again.
Okay, now for the first fight. Mozenrath and Shan Yu versus Fire Lord Ozai. So, wait, how'd it go? Yeah, Mozenrath meets Shan Yu at his citadel. Well, to discuss the mobilization of the forces to bring back Peru. But Shan Yu tells him the reason why he hates the Fire Nation so much. If you ever watch Avatar: The Last Airbender, we know how there are certain characters have a scarred past of the Fire Nation that have been attacked since it's been like 100-year war. So, knowing that Shan Yu has a hatred towards the Fire Nation, there's probably something that scarred him. Kind of like in, like... If you watch Avatar: The Last Airbender, you might know every certain character. I know there's a lot of characters that have a scarred past during with the Fire Nation. So, let's see what his scarred past is. So we see that... At first I never knew who it was until I looked it up. It turns out that's Beatrice. And it's from Dante's Inferno, an animated epic. At first I never know anything about the whole Dante's Inferno thing until I only know about the video game, and I never knew about the movie of it. That was back when I was on, like, I think it was a high schooler or something. And the movie was pretty interesting, and the game was pretty fun to play. Okay, it's based... When I look up the actual Dante's Inferno, is that in the novel, he's not a knight, nor a crusader. He was just a poet. He was, you know, an Italian poet, and what I can tell, he has a hatred towards the Greece for some reason. I guess he preferred Rome. You know, Roman mythologies and stuff, I guess. And the reason he made Dante's Inferno was because he did not like how the church has been running, because I think it was like a corrupted church or something. It really scared everyone, and they're like, we're so weak, or something like that. If my memory serves me right, on my research, that is. If my memory on that knowledge of that is, I'm just not sure if that's correct or not. So... interesting. We only in this one, in this series, Beatrice is just being represented as Shan Yu's wife. So it's not really Beatrice. It's just Beatrice portraying the role of Shan Yu. So I know in the other wars we do get the demons from Dante's Inferno, but I think those are more representing Chernobog's reign of hell. Yeah, in this series, like, if you know in every war that Chernobog is like the great evil, of course he would be the devil. You know, the great evil that rules all of hell. And you get to see that Fire Lord Ozai and the Fire Nation have invaded his Mongolian empire. Well, his Mongolian home, that is. Jeez! I know that's the footage where he used this... I would call it the ultra power fire bending kind of thing. He gets that power from the Sozin's Comet. It's kind of like Halley's Comet, but instead it's Sozin's Comet. It makes the Fire Nation, like, powerful enough to... Well, actually, it's more like Ozai gets his powers from it or something like that. So, it's probably just Ozai along with the Fire Nation burning all the places in, you know, all things Mongolian-related towns and stuff. So, yeah, the Mongolian Empire has been destroyed, or his village. Yeah, the entire village is destroyed. Not only his whole home, but his wife is dead. Dang! Also, I should notice that the theme is called Beatrice is Taken. It's very haunting, but it's also a good theme. But it is scary, and it's supposed to be. So, his wife is dead. And cut off the flashback back to the present day. It's like most around. You can tell by his expression, he's like, boring, or wah, 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 your wife is dead, your home is gone by the Fire Nation, wah, 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 you big baby. What a jerk. And then we see Fire Lord Ozai, along with the Fire Nation armada, has arrived at the Kingdom of the Black Sand. Somehow! I would have thought we would have had him yelling. You know, Shen Yu going on, yeah! Like that. You know, looks like Mozart's getting excited about this. Ah, now, time for the action. Jeez. It's like, you laughing at me, bro? Bring it on, old man. Oh, that was a heck of a blast. Was it? They're taking over the Black Sand. The whole kingdom, that is. Now they're out of here. And then we see Captain Barbosa versus Jason. It's Captain Barbosa versus Jason Voorhees. Now that is pretty cool. Okay, that's just creepy. Hold on. I feel sorry for Zord. It's like, he just doesn't want to be here. He's like, I'm surrounded by psycho killers. Or demons, whatever you call them. Hold on. Yeah, at first I didn't know where that was from. It turns out that's from a fan-made movie of Freddy versus Pinhead, Jason again, Michael Myers, and Leatherface. That's basically what it's from. I like that. So Pinhead has introduced his new henchman, Jason Voorhees. And he tasks him to take out another undead warrior, Captain Barbosa. And it's kind of cool. We got two of the most coolest villains fighting each other. They're both undead. Well, Barbosa was undead in Pirates of the Caribbean, The Curse of the Black Pearl, but in the other films, he's just normal now. Well, that don't impale him. I mean, that don't kill him, of course. And that don't kill him, too. Hold on. Oh. Huh? Hold on.
Always be two immortals locked in an epic battle until Judgment Day with trumpet sound.
I like how he's trying to taunt Jason Voorhees in a way. And yeah, Friday the 13th is an interesting film. And it really is. And I prefer how Jason wears in Freddy vs. Jason. It's an interesting crossover film, it is. I just prefer how Jason wears in Freddy vs. Jason more often. And the thing about the sequels, they would often get silly at times, don't they? Like if you watch the sequels of any horror films, they can get very silly. Like the one thing that there are two things that wears me on in the Friday the 13th sequels. Jason goes to New York, or Jason in Manhattan, which like, what? Isn't he supposed to be an undead Frankenstein kind of monster that haunts the camp forest, not going around the Big Apple? And then there's Jason X, which is Jason in space. What? What's next? Jason goes to California? Jason goes to the circus? I mean, it's just weird. I don't know if you find it fascinating or you just find it humorous. Because, yeah, the sequels can get silly at times. You know what I'm saying? Yep, he ain't dead. He has a string of Frankenstein, that's what he has. Which I can see what my friend is doing with Horror Villains War. Is it Frankenstein versus Jason Voorhees? I can't wait to see that. Now, hopefully, when he's done with Disney versus Comics round 1, hopefully in whatever round, we get to have Frankenstein versus Jason. Now, I'm sorry this is off topic. So Barbosa just released some water. And for some reason, Jason is aquaphobic. Aquaphobic, it's basically a fear of water. And he shoots some of the electricity. And that brings him down. And this is like the last part we see of him. I mean, really? That dude has loads of footages. I'm just saying, so, Zorg arrives and he recruits Barbosa secretly. Trying to backstab Pinhead, huh? Okay, now for the next fight, it's Cardinal Ritual and Captain Rochford versus the Sheriff of Nottingham. So we see that Evil Genius has meet up with the Sheriff of Nottingham, along with his advisor, which is actually his mother. Yeah, and if you watch Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves, you might get the whole thing. And yeah, he convinces him to join his cause, you know, his alliance. Until Cardinal Ritual and his captain have grown suspicious and they arrived. Come on. There we go. You know, when I was a child, I never knew this was a Disney film when I was visiting my cousin. It was back when I was a little kid. So even though it's called The Three Musketeers, it's like 4 of them, which I can get that because there was like 3 musketeers that were rebelling against the outlawing of the musketeers. Well, the 4th one is, I think it's the main character who wants to be a musketeer because he shoot his mom. Sorry, I just kind of saw that. The 4th one is basically who was a son of a musketeer, but he wants, you know, fight against Cardinal Ritual because he outlawed the musketeers. I think I should rewatch that film again, just for the nostalgia. I've seen it again since after I got it. I think it was 20 when I finally saw it. And the old sword fight. Weird. So, Cardinal Ritual and Captain Rochford wins. So, I think I'm going to stop right here. So, see you guys in the next part of the commentary.